In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on November 13, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Stars versus Philadelphia Flyers. The Dallas Stars will be on the road on Sunday afternoon as they take on the Philadelphia Flyers in a non-conference matchup. The Stars are second in the Central Division and are on a 2-game losing streak after a 5-4 home loss against the San Jose Sharks on Friday. The Flyers are 5th in the Metropolitan Division and are also on a 2-game losing streak after a 4-1 home loss on Saturday against the Ottawa Senators. Dallas is 18-8 in their last 26 games against the Metropolitan Division and 18-39 in their last 57 Sunday games, while the over is 5-0-1 in their last 6 games overall. Philadelphia is 19-46 in their last 65 games overall and 13-39 in their last 52 games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 5-0-1 in their last 6 games against the Western Conference. The Stars have been one of the more consistent teams so far this season, as they've been towards the top of the Central Division throughout the first month. They're coming off a surprising loss to the San Jose Sharks on Friday night, but this is a prime spot for them to bounce back. They had been on a roll, which included a shutout win over the Washington Capitals and easily handling Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers with a 6-2 win on the road. Those wins also helped demonstrate the best aspect of the Stars. Dallas goaltender Jake Oettinger has been incredible this season, ranking among the best in most advanced metrics. The Stars have been recognized as a defensive team for a while now, so it's no surprise that they are allowing the 7th fewest goals per game in the NHL. Any team that can keep McDavid and company from scoring more than 2 goals should have a great time against the Flyers. Philly has certainly come out stronger than most fans anticipated, and that has primarily been due to the play of goaltender Carter Hart. He's one of the few goalies about Oettinger in terms of goals saved above expected, as he leads the entire league. However, he was in net against the Ottawa Senators on Saturday afternoon and therefore will not be available for this matchup. That puts Felix Sandstrom in net, who is just 1-3 on the season. With the Stars looking to bounce back, they can take advantage of the drop-off between the pipes, so the Dallas Stars money line is our full game side pick. The Stars and Flyers have allowed the 7th and 6th fewest goals per game, respectively. Again, Hart won't be available and Sandstrom is a downgrade, but he's not as if he leaves Philly with an empty net. He did just record his first win against the St. Louis Blues by only allowing a single goal. We expect the Stars to shine brighter than the Blues have been playing, but they also aren't a team that prefers high-scoring games. They opened up their season with wins by final scores of 5-1 and 4-1 twice, which is more their style. Dallas would rather lean on Oettinger, while Jason Robertson and Joe Pavelski find the back of the net just enough times for the win. Similarly, the Flyers' strong start has been almost solely about Hart rather than them lighting up the scoreboard. The last time these teams met, the Stars won by a final score of 3-1, and we should see a similar game on Sunday. These are 2 great teams for low-scoring games. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Jose Sharks versus Minnesota Wild. The San Jose Sharks face the Minnesota Wild, with both teams looking to improve from rough starts to the season. The Sharks have a 4-9-3 record and are near the bottom of the Pacific Division. The Wild, meanwhile, have a 7-6-1 record, but with back-to-back wins have leaped in the middle of the Central Division. Both teams are looking to improve in the Western Conference, and the upcoming game should be a good one as a result. The Sharks are 17-37 in their last 54 road games and 14-41 in their last 55 overall. The Wild are 54-22 in their last 76 home games and 6-1 in their last 7 Sunday games. The over is 7-0-1 in Sharks' last 8 overall. The under is 5-0 in Wild last 5 overall. The Sharks are 1-5 in the last 6 meetings. The favorite is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. The Sharks were able to pull off quite the upset on Friday night by taking down the Dallas Stars. As impressive as that was, it's difficult to imagine them pulling off that type of success in back back-to-back games. They began the season 0-5-0 and are still at the bottom of the Pacific Division with a 4-9-3 record. Sunday doesn't make life any easier for them, as they now have to travel once again to one of the most difficult places to play. Minnesota was the third highest scoring team in the league last season and will be looking to get back to that mark against San Jose. They should be able to do so now that they're returning from their West Coast road trip. They won each of their last 2 games on the road, even with star Kirill Kaprizov getting ejected from their Tuesday night game. He ended up not getting suspended and came out with a vengeance the very next night by scoring 2 goals on their way to a 4-1 win. They haven't been quite as potent on offense throughout this first month of the season, but they can get back on track against the Sharks. They're allowing the 10th most goals per game, while struggling on the power play themselves. Their 15.6% is among some of the worst in the NHL, while the Wild have the 8th most efficient power play. Neither team will be forced into playing this game on a back-to-back, and Minnesota goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury is starting to come around. With the Sharks having allowed at least 4 goals in 7 of their last 8 games, expect Minnesota to run wild on Sunday. So the Minnesota Wild to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Sharks should limit the Wild, who average only 2.79 goals per game, with Erik Karlsson, Jacob Megna, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net while goaltender James Reimer makes plenty of big saves. The Wild, who have allowed only 2 goals in their last 3 games, should eliminate and potentially shut out the Sharks, who average only 2.75 goals per game with Jared Spurgeon, Jacob Middleton, Matthew Dumba, and the rest of the defensive unit forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and defensive zone while goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury blanks shots on the net. Both programs have been doing extremely well at killing penalties this season, as San Jose has a 90.5 kill percentage while Minnesota has an 80.4 kill percentage on the year. Reimer is a solid goaltender while Fleury is coming off a shutout. These offenses have not been doing well enough to expect the over, as San Jose is averaging 3.8 goals in their last 4 games while Minnesota is scoring a putrid 1.3 goals in their previous 4 games. Plus the under is 9-3-1 in their last 13 games in Minnesota against one another. This will be a low-scoring game with both defenses stepping up. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Vancouver Canucks versus Boston Bruins. The Vancouver Canucks face the Boston Bruins with both teams on opposite directions of the standings to start the season. The Canucks have a 4-8-3 record while the Bruins have a 13-2 record, which is the best in the Eastern Conference. The Canucks are looking to make up ground in the Pacific Division while the Bruins hope to remain in first place in the Atlantic Division. The Canucks are 2-9 in their last 11 road games and 4-11 in their last 15 overall. The Bruins are 48-18 in their last 66 home games and 39-16 in their last 55 overall. The over is 34-15-2 in Canucks' last 51 overall. The under is 5-2-1 in Bruins' last 8 overall. The Canucks are 1-4 in the last 5 meetings in Boston and 5-2 in the last 7 meetings. The home team is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. Boston has been spectacular this season in all phases. The Bruins rank 1st in goals per game, 7th in shots per game, 2nd in goals against per game, and 9th in shots against per game. Boston is also 1st in the league in penalty kill percentage. David Pastrnak leads the Bruins with 22 points, and he is 3rd in the league in points. The defense and goaltending have both struggled this season for Vancouver. They rank 30th in goals against per game and 21st in shots against per game. Thatcher Demko has a 1-7-2 record with a 4.01 goals against average and .874 save percentage. He has really struggled this season. Demko allowed 3 goals or more in each of his 10 starts. Spencer Martin has a 3.45 goals against average and .900 save percentage. The Bruins are a perfect 8-0 at home this season. The Vancouver Canucks continue to be horrible defensively, and those issues usually don't fix themselves on the road on the end of a back-to-back. The Boston Bruins keep making a case as the best team in the league, and they're playing high-level hockey on both sides of the ice. I'm not stepping in front of the Bruins, so the Boston Bruins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Boston has been the best offensive team in the league. The Bruins rank 1st in goals per game and 7th in shots per game. They scored 3 goals or more in 8 of their last 9 games. David Pastrnak leads the Bruins with 22 points, and he is 3rd in the league in points. The Canucks rank 30th in goals against per game bottom and 21st in shots against per game. Thatcher Demko has a 4.01 goals against average and .874 save percentage. Demko allowed 3 or more goals in each of his 10 starts. Spencer Martin has a 3.45 goals against average and .900 save percentage. The over has hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. Boston will score on Vancouver. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.